If you're a life coach, this video will help you build a complete website without writing any code using Systemi.io. But wait, there's more. Whether you're a coach, entrepreneur, or creative hustler, Systemi.io can be your all-in-one online business tool. I'll show you how to use Systemi.io's builder to create any website. Now let's take a quick sneak peek what we will create in this video. We will create transparent header with some menu item and a big banner with some text, then this about section, and scroll down to see my services. Milestone section, personalized coaching, mindfulness training, connected to community, steps, call to action section, client testimonials, free ebook section with pop-up to collect leads, FAQ section, and a nice footer section. I'm Imran and this is Cycloto. Let's jump in and build your online presence. I'm starting completely from scratch. As you can see, we have nothing here yet. First, scroll down to add an element called section. Our reference design has some spacing on the left and the right, but our section is almost touching the edges of the screen. To fix this, click on the section, change the content width to wide. Now we have spacing on the left and right. Next, drag the two column layout, drop it here under the section. You can adjust the column width using your mouse like this. Drag the image block, drop it here. For this column, again scroll down, drag the menu element, drop it into the column. It's for the navbar. Click on the section and add background image. Insert. Now let's click on this image and upload our logo. And click on this menu, change the font color to white to see it properly, and now change the typography to Google font and the font name is Mulish. Let's add the menu. I think we have to decrease the font size to 20 pixel, and we have to add some spacing between them. 80 pixel is okay. Now align it horizontally center, and maybe we need to decrease the logo size little bit to 150. Now it looks okay. Now we have to add this banner heading, some text, and two buttons. So I'm going to take a row and drop it here, and a heading. Let's copy the text and paste it here. Change the color to white, align it left, change the font to mulish, copy the text and assign it as heading 1. Now increase the font, maybe more, and increase the line height. I think now it looks okay. Maybe we can add some more line height. Drag the text and drop below it. Select the text and paste it here. Copy this and change the color to white and align it to the left, and again the font will be mulish and the font size is 27. Let's add some spacing, maybe 20. Let's add some spacing here too, maybe 80 pixel. Let's make it 90. I think now it looks okay. You can adjust the spacing. Now we have to add these two buttons. So to do that, drag the 2-column layout and drop it here. Here is the button. Click on this button and delete this subtext here text and add the background. Let me copy this background color. You can assign this background color as your color on here, as we will use this color multiple times. Change the text to book a consultation. We have to add border color to white and the edges is round, so we have to increase the border radius. Increase it to 45. I think there is a shadow, so click on this button and remove this shadow. Scroll down. I think it's border, so make the border to full border and change the color to white. Now we have to add this hover animation, and when we hover it, the button's color got transparent. Let's remove it. Here click on it and we have to add this zoom effect. I think it now looks perfect, and change the align to left. Copy this button and drop it here. Because the style is almost similar, just change the background color to transparent and the hover color to this color. Let's check it. Yes, it worked. Click on this button again and change the text to explore services. Now let's add some spacing. And remove the padding to the right and left. We can also add some spacing to the bottom to make it consistent. Now let's design the mobile part. Click on the row and click on this. Now click on the menu and change the burger icon to white. Let's remove the padding. Let's increase the logo size to max. Now let's add some spacing. It's 25 pixel, so make it 25. Align it center and add some padding. It's 10 and the bottom is 20 pixel and align it center. And I'm going to add some overall spacing on the section to 10 pixel and bottom will be 20 pixel. Add the background image. Increase the font to 18 pixel. Add some spacing to the button. I'm going to add 10 10. Maybe we can make it bolder. As you can see, we successfully create the banner with fully responsive. Next up, we have this section. So drag the section and drop it here right next to the section and click on the section again. I will set this white and let's select the background color and paste it here. Again, you can set this as your color here. As we will use this color multiple times, these two color. Now drag this heading and drop it here. Select this text and paste it and assign it as heading 2 and the font size is 64 and the line height is 72. Change the font to semi bold and change the text color to this. Select this. Increase the font size to 20 pixel and the line height is 30. Maybe we can make the section more smaller by changing the width to medium or small. Now let's add some spacing. Onto the padding, I'm going to set 20 pixel on bottom, 20 pixel on top. Same for this. Let's see, I think there is too much space, so let's decrease it to 10. Maybe we can decrease it more here. Remove the margin. Now it looks perfect. We have to make this font bold. Let's add padding to the section. I think now it looks perfect. Check on mobile device. Increase the font to 30 and the line height is 36. Add some padding. It's 20 and I will set bottom 22. Increase the font size here and add some padding at the bottom too, maybe 25 or 20. Now it looks fine. As for this section, we have to take a whole section first, then we have to take two columns, one for this image and one for this whole text. Scroll down and drag this section, paste it here, click on it and remove the right and left padding to 0 and again make this as wide. Now click on this arrow and drag this two column, one for the image and one for this heading. Click on it and click on the upload. Click insert. Now let's add this text, so we can simply just copy this text, click on it and click on this copy icon and paste it here. Now we can decrease the font. Let me check this font. It's 64 and the font weight is semi bold. So make it semi bold and it's 62. Copy this text and paste it here. Again copy this whole text and drag the text and paste it here. Change the font to mulish and the font is 20 pixel and the line height is 28. Change the align to left. Maybe we can decrease the image size a little bit, maybe 510, and the alignment will be left. And let's make this section's background white. Maybe we can decrease the image size a little bit, maybe 10 more. Okay, now it looks perfect and we have a button. We can simply just copy this button and drag it here. Click on this button and change the color to brown. And we have to add a border. Now let's add some spacing. Maybe 20 on top and 20 on bottom. Yes, now it looks perfect. Change the font color to brown. Adjust the mobile version. Add some spacing to the section. Let's add 15 on top and 15 on bottom. Now let's increase the font size to 36 pixel and the line height will be 42. Similarly, let's increase the font size to 18 and let's add some spacing on top and bottom. And now let's add some spacing on the button too. It's 25 pixel and when we hover on this we can see the text. Let's click on this button and go to the hover area and change the text color to white. Let's see. Okay, now it looks perfect. And let's add some padding, maybe 10 on top, 10 on bottom. Now it looks perfect. Maybe we can do the same to the remaining button. So scroll up and click on this button and add some spacing on top and bottom. Maybe we can add some spacing on the bottom to the whole section, on the top as well, and on right we can add little bit to check. Okay, now it looks perfect. We can do the same on this. Add some padding on both left and right. Same for this section too. To maintain the consistency, going down to the next section, as you can see, we have to take a whole section, and inside of this section we have a background image, so it will be similar to this, and we have a text, and there is 3 card, so we have to take 3 column. Let's do it. Okay, first of all I will upload the background image. This is the background image. Click insert. We can simply duplicate this text and paste it here. Click on this and align it to center. Now select the text and change the color to white. Now replace this text to my services. Now let's drag the 3 column element and drop it here. What we can do is add a row into the column so we can get the background color. Drop it here. Click on this row and change the color to this. I will click on this and click on this copy icon, drop it here, select this and assign it as heading 3. Let me check the font size, it's 45 and align is center. Change the text, personalized coaching, and let's copy this text, drag it here, change the align to center, and click on this section and make this as white. It's 20 pixel. I think the font size is the same. Now we have to add a button. Again I can simply just copy this button and drag it over here. Click on this button and change the color background color to this brown, change the text color to white, and let me see the font size. It's 20 pixel and the left right is 70. Change the text to get started, align it to center, and we have to add this border color to white. Now let's check. Okay, we have to add hover background color to brown. Let's check again. Yes, it now looks perfect. So let's add some spacing. Click on this and I will add 20 to the top and 20 to the bottom. And I will also add right 15 and left 15. Maybe I need to add some more spacing on the bottom. Now it looks perfect. Let me check on the mobile device. As for mobile device, we have to increase the font size and the line height too. And we have to add overall padding, left and right to 20. And again we have to add some padding on the bottom, maybe 25, and 10 on the top, maybe at 35. Yes, now it looks perfect. Again select the section and add padding 10 on right and left to match the consistency. Maybe you can add some padding here. Okay, now let's copy this element to time and let's select it and drag it here. Same, drag it here. Now let's select the row and make the horizontal align center similar. Maybe we have to add some spacing. We have to add some margin on top 10 and on bottom 10, similar for this. Now let's add this background image. You can select this image on your image and click on it and make it fill 100% width and height. Now it looks perfect. Maybe we can increase the font size and line height too. Let's change the content. Mindfulness training. Let's select the text and add this color. Maybe we can decrease the padding here to 10 to maintain the consistency. I can do the same on this. And change the button text. Yes, everything worked perfectly. Click save. Next we have this milestone section, so I'm going to add another section at the bottom. Click on the section, add some padding on top, maybe 60 pixel, on bottom 60 pixel. I will change this content width to wide. So as you can see, there is three part of this section, so clearly we have to take three column layout, I mean the element. Now let's add this text. We can simply copy this element and change the text. Increase the font size to 64 pixel. Now let's decrease the bottom padding. Same on this too. Let's decrease the top padding to 0. Maybe we can add little space, 10. Maybe you can add some more. Yes, 15 is perfect. Now click enter to put it on two lines and change the horizontal align to center, and the next part we can just simply copy this text and change the text. Now let's design the mobile part. We have to increase the font size, maybe 50. Also let's increase the font size to 20 pixel, and let's add some spacing, line height, and let's remove the padding top to 0. It now looks okay. Same for these two. Now let's add some spacing on the section, maybe 15 on top and 15 on bottom. Maybe we can add some more spacing on the top. Click save. Scroll down to see the personalized coaching section. As you might guess, we will use two column layout, one for the text and one for the image. For the next section, we need to create similar layout, but this time the image will be in the left and the text will be in the right. The connected community section will have a layout similar to the personalized coaching section. What we will do is create the first section, personalized coaching section, and make it mobile responsive, and then we will duplicate it and change the content inside. So let's add a section, drop it here, and again I will remove the right and left padding and change the width to wide. Then we will take two column layout and we will change the background color. Let's add the heading, and I can copy this text and change the color and increase the font to 64 pixel, and we have to increase the line height to 70 pixel. 80 would be too much. 70, yes, I think 70 is perfect. Now change the align to left and change the font to mulish, and I will make it semi bold. Let me check. Yes, it's semi bold. I can simply copy this text drop it here. Let's remove the padding to 0. Maybe we can add some padding here to 10, I guess. Yes, now it looks good. Now let's add this bullet text. You can simply drag the bullet text here and copy this text and paste it here. Change the color to this and also change the icon color. Change the icon selector to bullet and decrease the size. Then we have to align it to this text, so we have to remove the margin, I guess. Yes, make it 0. And now we have to work on the spacing. Maybe we can remove the top padding to 0 and we can add some spacing here too, maybe here. Now it looks okay. And finally we have a button for this column. I can simply copy this button and drop it here. Change the text. Connect with me. We don't need to work on the hover part because we already did it. Now let's make it align center and add image part. I'm going to upload the image. Let me check the image size and the position. Now it looks okay. Maybe we have to add some spacing. Let me check. Yes, we have to add some spacing on top and for the bottom. Now let's style the mobile part. What we can do is, generally on mobile we see the image on top and the text on the bottom. So select the row. You can select the row by clicking on this, and you can click on this reverse row columns on mobile devices to appear the image on the top. And now we can add some spacing, maybe 20 pixel on top and 20 pixel on bottom, and we can add some spacing on the left and right. 10 for the left, 10 for the right, and 10 for the left. Okay, now let's style this part. We can increase the font size to 33 pixel and line height maybe 40 pixel and align it center. Add some spacing, maybe 10 on top, 10 on bottom. Now let's add some spacing. Maybe we can add 30 pixel on top and 30 pixel on bottom to match it. Yes, we can add little bit spacing on the top to 40 pixel. You can play around and adjust it. Now moving on to the next section, maybe we can add some spacing here, 15 pixel. Add some spacing here too. Maybe we can decrease the bottom padding to 20 pixel. As we create the first layout, we can duplicate it and use it multiple times for this section and this section. So click on the section and clone it 2 times. Remove the color, background color to white, and for this section it will remain the same background color. Click on this image and drag it to here, and click on this text headline and drop it here. Same for this text and for this bullet list and a button. Now click on this image and align it to the left. Change the image. Click on this layout and remove the padding. Same for this, remove the padding, and for this too, remove the extra padding. Now change the content. It's mindfulness training. Change the image size to maybe we can decrease the image size to see how it looks. You can add any link here by clicking on this button and submit URL, show pop-up, open URL, and you can put your desired URL here. Let me check. and you can open in a new window and save it. Now click preview to check is it really working or not. Yes, it's working. Let's check the mobile version for these two sections. The first section looks perfect, image on the top and the text is bottom, but for the second section the image on the left side, and for the mobile it was reversed, so the image went to the bottom. To fix this, let's click on this anywhere and select the row. Now scroll down and uncheck it. And for the last section, connected community, the first and third sections share the same layout, so it looks properly. Going down to the next section is the steps. We created a layout design at the top in the milestone section where we used 3 columns. We can reuse that layout for this section, but with 2 changes. We need to add this heading and this background. So scroll down, click on this section, duplicate it. Click on this section and click on this down arrow. Maybe one more time. We have to change the text color to white. Click on this background, change the background. We can use this headline for this the steps text. Duplicate it and drag it and drop it here. Click on it and copy this text and change the color to white. Align it center. We have to decrease the font size, but let's add the text first. Step 1. And step 3. Decrease the font size to 45. Again same for this. And for this. Click on this to select this text. It's 25 pixel, so make it 25. Maybe we can decrease the font size little bit. 23 and 23. Change the text here, heading text. Okay, let's check the mobile version. Let's increase the font size here to 50 maybe, and let's decrease the font size here. Let me check here. It's 32 pixel. That's pretty much it. Let's add some spacing here to the bottom, maybe 20 pixel. Same for on this, and let's add some spacing here to 30 pixel. In this layout we add 3 column, but you can see these two images are not aligned center. How we can achieve it? Let's find out. Let's remove the padding to the left and right and make it wide, and let's add 3 column layout. For the first section we have to add image, and for the second we have to add heading, and for the last we have to add image. So let's place the images at first. Click on it. Now let's add this text. It's 40 pixel. Maybe you can assign it as heading 4. Now select it, change the font weight to semi bold. Add this text. We can simply copy this text, drop it here, click on the text, select it and change the color. Copy this text and paste it here. We can decrease the font size to 20 pixel. Lastly we have button. We can add this button, click on it and drag it here. We have to make it smaller. On the left and right we'll decrease to maybe 50 pixel. Let me check. Yes, it's 50 pixel, and align it to center. Change the text. That's it. Now we can design this section. Click on this image and add some margin, maybe 40 pixel. Let me check. It's 45, so make it 45. Maybe we can add some padding here to the left and right, 5 pixel for each, 10 maybe. Now we have some spacing. Let's see on the mobile devices. So what we have to do is add some spacing here, and the line height is 43. We have to add some padding too, maybe 10 on top and bottom, maybe more on top, maybe 30. Yes, now it looks okay. Similar to this, we have to add some padding on top, and we have some padding on the bottom as well. So I can add more padding, 20 pixel. You can tweak and adjust it. We can add some padding here, 25, maybe 35 or 45. Yes, now it looks perfect. Now let's add the padding on the section. It's 10 on right and 10 on left, and we have to add some gap here, so maybe 20 on top and 20 on bottom. Maybe we can add some more, 30 on top and bottom. Now it looks okay, I mean perfect. Click save. Are you following along? Slowly but surely we're building the entire landing page. This part looks a bit tricky because the image extends the layout. However, let's start with the easy part and then make the necessary changes. We will create the first testimonial and then reuse it, as both testimonials have the same design. Let's click on it and remove this row here and add this 2 column. Click on this section and add background color. Now let's remove the padding on the right and left and make it white. Click on this row and change the background color to white. Drag the image and heading for testimonial and the feedback. Click on it and make it align left, similar to this, and decrease the font size to 24 and align it to the center. Now click upload the image. Again align it to the left and click on this, I mean hover on this and drag it to the left as much as possible. I think it's now perfect. Now let's make the row little smaller by adding margin on the right 400 pixel and click on this image and add a margin, negative margin to the left by 60 pixel and again select the row and add border radius 45 pixel, maybe. Perfect. Now let's style the mobile part. Click on the section and add some padding maybe 25. We will adjust it later. At first, click on the row and make the border to 15 and click on the image, align it to center and change the image size to 150 and click on the margin, add negative margin, maybe 70 pixel. Click on this row again and add some padding, maybe 40 pixel or 80. Now let's design this part. Click on this headline and align it to center, similar to this, and let's add some spacing on top, on bottom 15, maybe 20, and click on this heading and add some padding here too, on top 10 and bottom 10. Maybe we can add 20 on top. Okay, now go to the desktop version and you may notice we didn't add client testimonials text, so let's add it first. Drag it and drop it here, click on it, select the text, now again go to the mobile version and see, click on it and add some padding, maybe 100 pixel, maybe, let me check on this, it's 33 pixel, so make it 33 and the line height would be 38 or 39. Let's decrease the bottom padding to 80 pixel and go to section. Let's decrease the padding here to maybe 25 pixel. Now again select the section and add some padding on the left and right, maybe 10. Now let's add this text. Change the font to Google Mulish and let's decrease the font padding, maybe more, actually it's margin, Maybe we can add some padding here to the right. Okay, we have to duplicate it 2 times. Okay, let's add some margin on top 10 and bottom 20, similar on top 10 bottom 20. As for the second testimonial, we have to move the layout to the right, so click on this and remove this right and make it 40 to the left. It looks perfect. Add some more spacing on top, maybe 30 pixel, 30 pixel, similar. I will put this 30. Now let's check on the mobile. Okay, so click on anywhere and select the row, go to margin and add margin 20 pixel, maybe 50, similar to this. So click on the row, go to margin and add 30. Maybe we have to add some more spacing, maybe 80 pixel. Maybe we can add some more, 100 is perfect. Increase the line height little bit. Now let's change the content. Now let's upload different image. I'm using pixel for this type of image. You can use pixel or unsplash. There we will find many copyright free images. Click save. Moving on the next section, we have again a background image and 2 column. So click on the section and add it here. Let's remove this row and click on this section. Click on the background image. click on this background and upload it. Display full width and height, and add some padding. Remove some padding on left and right, and the content will be white. Now let's add two column. And make it align to the center, and we can add this text for this heading. Download your free copy now. Let's add this text. Change the alignment to left. Increase the font size to 20. Let's add this button. I can add this. Style this button. I'm going to change the text color to white, and the background will be white. The text color will be this brown color, and the text will be download now. There is a border, so let's remove this border. Now it looks perfect. Add some spacing. On top I'm going to give 20, on bottom I'm going to give 20. Maybe we can remove the bottom padding to 0 and decrease the image size to 500 pixel. So let's preview the reference design. I think there is a pop-up. When we click on this button, a pop-up will appear. So create this design. Let's click on this button and click on this show pop-up. Let's add a pop-up. So let me check. Now let's go to this form input, and I'm going to change the form input name. Enter your email. Let's uppercase the first word, and I'm going to add another input by saying your name. And now let's go to this button and change the font to Mulish 60 pixel. Change the background color to brown. Change the border to none and remove this subtext here text. Let's add some padding. Maybe 15 on top, on bottom, and change the text. Click on this show pop-up, select pop-up. I'm going to select this pop-up 3 we just created and save. Go to this pop-up setting, click on this pop-up. Now show close button on and open pop-up automatically off. We didn't want to open automatically. When user click on this button and the pop-up will appear. Now again click on save and I'm going to add this button and select pop-up 3. Click on this save. Now let's check is it working or not. No, it's not working. So let's see what we did mistake here. Show pop-up, select pop-up 3. Okay, now it's working. I don't know why I didn't select this submit form. And now let's again design this pop-up. I'm going to remove this border, blue border. Now it looks perfect. Click save changes. Next up we have this frequently asked question section. Actually it's pretty much simple compared to what we have done, so let's design it. I'm going to add this text, drag it here. Now change the color and set this background to white and change the name. Change the element to center and let's add some spacing. Add 10 and 10 on the bottom. Add this question, copy the text and I'm going to drag to column layout because we have question on this left side and right side. Mulish and let's increase the font size to 32 pixel and decrease the line height to 35. and make it regular and uncheck the bold. Now we can copy this text and drop it here. Change the color to brown and remove the padding. Maybe we can add some padding like 10 pixel. Now let's test on the mobile. It's 30 pixel. I think 30 pixel is perfect. We can add some padding on the top, 25 pixel, and let me check the font size. It's 23 pixel, and I'm going to decrease the line height. 28 is okay, and let's change the font weight to semi bold. Again on here I'm going to change this to semi bold. Now let's duplicate this and place it under. As for this text, we are going to add padding 30 pixel on top, and we can decrease the font size to 18 pixel. Now it looks okay. Same on this, and let me check on the mobile device. Align it left and add some space on bottom, 20 pixel or 30, maybe 20 is okay, and 10 on top. As for this, maybe we can add 10 and again align it left and 10 on top, 10 on bottom. Maybe 20. Now it looks fine. Duplicate it 2 more time. Same for this, and drag it here. Again drag it here. Let's duplicate this on this side. Maybe we can add some padding on the left or right. 10 on left, 10 on right, 10 on left. Maybe right will be perfect. Same for this. Okay, we have decent space in the middle. Now let's change the content. Okay, we successfully did it. Now let's add some spacing here. Maybe 30 pixel. Maybe we can add more, 50 pixel, and we can add some padding as well, 60 pixel. Click save. Now we have this last section, the footer part, and again it's actually pretty simple. We have to take one section and there is a image, and then we have to take two column layout, then there is a text underneath. So let's do this. Drag this section, drop it here. I'm going to remove this row and set to white, change the background color to this, and add image. Let's remove this and upload our logo. One for the image, and for this text we can use this text, and we can remove the padding to 0. We will adjust it later. Add this image, increase the font size to 45 pixel, and line height is 50, and the align is center. Again change the font to white and align it center, and increase the font size to 25 pixel, and copy this. Now let's fix the spacing. Select the row, and I'm going to add this 30, maybe more, 50, and I think we need to decrease the image size, so let's make it 50 and align it left. Select this row and align it center. Let's add some spacing here, maybe 20. Duplicate this, and as you can see there is 3 row. Drag this 3 column and drop it here. Now drag this image and copy it 2 times, drag it here and place it here. Click insert and decrease the image size to 35 and align it right. Again decrease the font size to 35 and leave it like this. Align it center. Again align it left and 35. Now to put this icon even closer, we will add some margin. So let's click on this image icon, this setting, and go to margin, and we will add -30. Same for this. Click on this and margin, and we will add on left -30. And we have this text: subscribe to our newsletter. We can copy this text and drop it here. Maybe we can add some spacing, 20, maybe 15, and add this text: subscribe to our newsletter. And decrease the font size. And we have a button. Let's add this button. And align it to center. And we don't want to show pop-up on this button, so we will open URL, and maybe we can add any link or Calendly link here. So I'm leaving like this, blank, and I'm going to change the text to, let me see, subscribe now, or we can say book a call, maybe in uppercase. Add some space. (40 pixel), it's looks okay. Maybe we can add 35 or 30. Let's see. Yes, 30 looks quite good. And as you can see, we have to fix this when we hover on this. So click again and go to the hover part. Change the background to white, I guess. We can add a border, solid white. Let's see. Maybe we can change the text color to this. So let's see. Yes, now it looks good. And when we hover on this, we can remove this white background. So again, I'm going to remove this. Let's see. I think we have to again change the hover text color to white. Let's see how it looks. Yes, now it looks perfect. And lastly, we have this copyright text. I can simply copy this and drag it here and change the text to copyright. Now let's design the mobile version. We have to design this section. I totally forgot to design this part. So click on this and add some padding, maybe 20 pixel on top, 20 pixel on bottom. Let's see how it looks. Maybe we can add some more, 40 pixel and 40 pixel on bottom. Now it looks okay. And increase the line height. Maybe you can decrease the bottom padding to 20 pixel. Let's increase the size even more, and let's increase the text to 18 pixel, line height 26 or 8, and let's add some padding at the bottom, 20 pixel. Now it looks quite great. And for this section we can add some padding on right 15, on left 15. Now let's fix the footer part. We can decrease the size to, let me check on here, it's 180. And we can add some padding on top and bottom, maybe 30 pixel, and we can add some margin here too on bottom, maybe 30 pixel again. Let's increase the font size to 35 and line height 42 or 43, and let's add some padding on bottom. Let's add on top to 30 and 30 maybe, and let's align it center. Again increase the font size to 22. Maybe we can reduce the bottom padding. Ten. Same for this. And we have to fix this. Let's display stacking rows on mobile, and we can add some padding here. Let me grab the section again. On top we can give 10, on bottom similar 10. Let's add some more space, 20 and 20. Align it center, and let's add some margin here too. One last thing we have to do is add links to the menu. Since this is a single page website, we can add section links to the menu to enable smooth scrolling to different sections like this. Scroll up. For instance, when someone click on this about, we want to redirect this section. So click on this section, scroll down and copy this ID attribute. Click on this about and paste the ID. When linking section IDs, make sure to add a hashtag before the ID. It's for the CSS. Click Save. And preview it. It's working. Let's add another. When someone click on these services, we want to show this service section. So again click on this section, scroll down and copy this. paste the ID. Again, make sure to add a hashtag and click save. Repeat this process for this entire. Click save and let's see if it's working or not. Yes, it's working for the about, services, process, FAQ and contact. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can spend more time to make it more perfect, like spend more time on this spacing to make it more visually appealing. Thank you for watching until the end. If you want to purchase this template, I'll leave a link in the description. I'll also provide you with support. This is how you can build any website using Systeme.io. If you like this video, please hit a like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos on building websites.